Okay, the next thing that I want to go over with you guys is theme. So this passage asks you a bunch of questions regarding the theme of the story. Remember that theme is the message of the story. What does the author want us to get from the story or want us to leave with? So when I'm reading the story, please write down what you think the theme of this story might be on the piece of paper beside you to help you answer questions. Remember to use your hashtag strategy as applicable so that you know what's happening in the story when you go back. Jess was not happy that she had to sit beside Ben. He was loud and silly, and he talked all the time, and his desk was always so messy. She promised herself that she would ignore him and never make eye contact. That is until one morning. Thud. When Jess heard this loud noise, she looked up to see that Ben had tripped over a chair and should have been pushed in. He was suddenly laying on the floor, and his papers were strewed everywhere. Jess rushed over to help him. Despite Ben's obnoxious behavior, Jess helped him up and picked up all of his papers. "No worries, Ben. That chair was in your way," Jess said. That afternoon, during recess, Ben thanked Jess for helping him and asked if she wanted to play soccer with him. Jess realized that Ben was actually nice and that she had never taken the time to get to know him. Jess and Ben had found a new friend. Question number 1. What problem did Jess face in this story? Remember, when we identify the problem, it's usually going to be in the beginning of the story. A, she was upset that Ben's desk was so messy. B, she was mad that her teacher would move her or wouldn't move her. C, she was not happy that she had to sit beside Ben. Now, depending on the answer choice that you chose, if you look at your computer, it should, or at your passage, it should say red, green, or white. When you have answered the question, and let's say you picked answer choice B, you would go and color all of the number ones the color green. So if we go down to our colored picture, you would find each box labeled number 1, and you would color that box green. When you're done, you should have a picture drawn. Question number 2. How did Jess end up solving the problem? A, she decided to help Ben when he tripped over her chair. B, she begged her teacher to move her. Or C, she made sure to ignore Ben and never made eye contact. What is the theme of this story? Think about the lesson that Jess learned. A, it's better to push your chair in than trip somebody. B, you never really know the quality of a person's character until you get to know them. Or C, a nice gesture sometimes goes unnoticed. Number 4, what happened in the story that helped you find the theme? Think about the author's message. A, Jess helped Ben when he tripped over a chair. B, Ben thanked Jess for helping him and asked if she wanted to play soccer. C, Jess realized that Ben was annoying and messy. Okay, we're going to move into the second passage and answer the questions that go with passage number 2. Tanya broke her mother's favorite snow globe. She knew that she wasn't supposed to pick it up, but it was so tempting to shake it and watch the glittery snowfall. Tanya felt so guilty. She knew she couldn't fix it. So gathering up all of her courage, she walked downstairs where her mother was, where her mother was, and confessed in a shaky voice what she had done. Her mother scolded her for picking up the snow globe when she was told not to. However, she didn't punish her because she had been honest. Her mother was proud of her for telling the truth. Tanya felt so relieved. Question number 5. What problem did Tanya face in this story? A, she was tempted to shake her mother's snow globe. B, she had broke her mother's favorite snow globe. C, she was relieved after she told the truth. D, how did Tanya... I'm so sorry, I'm looking at question number 6. Question number 6. How did Tanya end up solving the problem? A, she felt guilty and asked her mom to punish her. B, she picked up all the pieces and threw them away. C, she was brave and confessed to her mother that she had broken the snow globe. Question number 7. What was the theme of this story? Think about the lesson that Tanya learned. A, it's best to be brave and speak the truth even if your voice shakes. B, the unknown can be scary. C, temptation can get you into trouble. Question number 8. What happened in the story that helped you find the theme? Think about the author's message. A, Tanya felt guilty and was scared to tell her mother the truth. B, Tanya told the truth and her mother didn't punish her because she was honest. Or C, Tanya's mother was disappointed in her. Which of those best shows the message of the story? All right, this is the last passage that you have with this. Jake loved his phone and was always looking at it. His parents would try to talk to him, but he would just ignore them. When he was at school, he'd sneak peeks at his phone under his desk when no one was looking. When he was at his friend's house, he spent more time on his phone than with his friend. One day, Jake was watching a funny video of people doing tricks with their dogs while he was walking home. He began crossing the street and was so into the video that he didn't notice the oncoming traffic. Jake was suddenly hit by a car. He had mild injuries, but his phone was destroyed. Jake quickly realized that he didn't need to be on his phone so much. Question number 9. What problem did Jake face in the story? A, he was spending too much time looking at his phone. B, he ignored his parents when they tried to talk to him. Or C, he walked out in front of a car. What was his main problem? 10. How did Jake end up solving his problem? He was hit by a car and his phone was destroyed. B, he was hit by a car while looking at his phone and realized he was on it too much. Or C, he wanted his friend to watch the funny videos. Number 11. What is the theme of this story? Think about the lesson that Jake learned. A, nothing is a sure thing. B, you can get too much of a good thing. Or D, always walk at a crosswalk. Number 12. What happened in the story that helped you find the theme? Think about the author's message. A, Jake ignores others and eventually gets hit by a car because he's on his phone too much. B, Jake couldn't get enough of the funny videos on his phone. C, Jake was injured and his phone was destroyed. Remember, when you're done, please make sure that you've gone back to color the coloring page. When you're done, you should have a picture to be able to show Miss Drake. Please send this to Miss Drake when you're done, including your questions so that I can look over it for you. Thanks so much.